Our yoga practice today is going to be focused on some pranayama, which I hope will be helping us with our immune system and our lungs, expanding our lungs and our breath capacity, which will help with this COVID-19 virus that's going around, keeping us healthy. One thing I wanted to say, though, one thing that has been on my mind, and I don't know if it has been on yours as well, but I have been participating in Zoom meetings with family and friends, and Zoom meetings for work, business, projects, retreats, and other classes that I've been taking. It's all been on Zoom or on the computer in some way, webinars. And there is so much information coming into the brain. There's so much thinking going on that I find that I get kind of exhausted at a certain point in the day. And what we need to do is to just let go of all of this information of trying to figure things out, how to do Zoom, how to present yourself correctly, all these different technical aspects too. We kind of are overwhelmed with it right now because everyone is trying to connect with each other. So please take time during your day to allow your body to simply rest and to leave the intellect behind. Just try and let go of that. And a couple things. Go walking out in nature. Take a break. I was out in the woods the other day on a walk with Sam here, and it smelled so good. Even though it was raining and dripping and it was beautiful, everything smelled good. You could smell the earth. You could smell all of the plants and the pine needles that were just all around me. And it was refreshing and it was relaxing. And then I could come back, and I think I even came back home and then I took a nap. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay to let yourself down, to let your body down on the floor or let it down on the couch and allow it to just soak in what it is you've done. Let your mind release any tension and just enjoy a yoga practice of maybe a restorative pose with legs up the wall or legs up the chair, and lay down and close your eyes. And that's going to be so helpful for you. So let's begin today by finding a place that's comfortable to sit. We're going to begin with some pranayama, a balancing breathing technique of alternate nostril breathing. So when you find your comfortable place, you might want to blow your nose, clear your nasal passage before you begin here. And we're going to take our right hand and bend your pointer finger and your middle finger in towards your hand, and extend your ring finger and little finger and your thumb. And we're going to be using those two areas to close off our nostrils, okay, like this. If you wanted to, you could even extend your pointer finger and place it on your forehead and let your hands rock back and forth in that way, if that feels good to you too. So we're going to begin by breathing in first, just a full breath, and then exhale out the left nostril, closing the right nostril. And then we're going to breathe in the left. Close both nostrils, open the right, breathe out. Then breathe back in the right. Close the right and breathe out the left. That's one round. Breathe in the left. Close the left, breathe out the right. Breathe in the right. Close the right, breathe out the left. For 2 rounds. Breathe in the left. Close, breathe out the right. Breathe in the right. Close, breathe out the left. You may want to be closing your eyes now and really connecting with this breath internally. Breathe in the left. Close, breathe out the right. Breathe in the right. Close, breathe out the left. Breathe in the left. Close, breathe out the right. Breathe in the right. Close and breathe out the left. That's 5 rounds. Let's do 3 more. Breathe in the left. Close, breathe out the right. Breathe in the right. Close, breathe out the left. Breathe in the left. Close, breathe out the right. Breathe in the left, right. Close, breathe out the left. And we have 1 more round to go. Breathe in the left. Close, breathe out the right. Breathe in the right. Close and breathe out the left. And just release your hands to your legs. Keep your eyes closed and breathe naturally. And notice if you feel a little more present right now in this moment. Your mind can be more present. Noticing whatever part of the body is sitting on the floor, whatever is touching the earth. Grounding into the earth. Our spine is long and tall. Calming the mind and calming the body with this balancing breath. Good. From here, let's move into Sufi rolls. Exhaling forward, rolling to the other side, and inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling and inhaling. Nice and easy, noticing how the hips feel as you move from one side to the other with your weight. Just noticing whatever shows up for you here. Remembering that we let go of expectations and judgments and competitions in our practice. We simply move and we breathe Staying in the present moment through the breath. Exhaling forward, inhaling, circling up. Let's reverse this direction now. Maybe you would even like to switch your legs, whichever leg is in front, bring it to the back. Continuing to roll around and notice how you feel this morning, or this afternoon, if it's afternoon where you are, or evening. And we come back to our center. Let's roll the shoulders. Nice big circles. And the other direction. We're holding a lot of tension in the shoulders these days as we're looking at our computer, looking at our phones. Let's come back to a sitting tall posture and just pause here. Place the palms up. Allow your jaw to be relaxed. Maybe your eyes are closed. Maybe you're looking at me. That's fine. I'd like everyone to take a nice big inhale. And a long sighing exhale. Let's do that again. Big inhale. And a sigh. We're going to rotate our wrists. Ooh, I hear a lot of popping in my wrists today. And the other direction. I'll tell you, it feels so good to me to be on the mat, moving and breathing. Let's lift the arms up, reach up, stretching on both sides, feeling both sit bones wide and pressing into the floor here, lengthening the spine and reaching arms up to wherever you can. If you're healing shoulders, you might be up part way. That's fine. I want you to modify the posture however you need to get the most benefit for your body. Never moving into pinching or pain. Let's exhale down and circle sweep up again. Inhale, nice big inhale. Exhale down. And remember that anytime you want to, you can lie down and relax. Or pause wherever you are and just notice your breath. Let it arise and let it fall. Bring the hands back to the heart here. And with our eyes closed, hands at heart. Let's think about something we are grateful for today. Something that will really warm your heart, something that you can allow the heart to begin to open, to maybe vibrate a little. Breathe in the gratitude, expanding it into the heart. Release our hands down. Good. Let's just turn here and just into a gentle twist, turning left. We keep our base aligned. And we simply bring the left hand back behind us, fingertips on the floor. Drop the left shoulder down away from your ear, and we spiral, we look across. You can bring your right hand right in front of you here, or if you'd like, you can bring the hand across to your left knee. But let's not push and force into this twist. Just resting the hand and using the muscles of the core here to hold you in this twist. Breathing deeply here. I'd like for you to try a breath here that will help with our breath control and expanding the lungs. So when you breathe in, we're going to take a nice long inhale, like an ujjayi breath, a slow, long inhale. And then on the exhale, I want you to think about breathing out like you have a little tiny straw that you're breathing through, one of those little stir straws for coffee. And we breathe out through that straw, very contained aperture of the mouth. Nice and slowly, you're going to begin to feel the low abdomen hugging in here on the end of that breath. Then let's inhale back to center. Nice long ujjayi inhale. And on an exhale, we turn the other direction and blow through our straw. Inhaling to center, turning the other way, exhaling through the straw. Drawing that low belly in as we squeeze the air out. Inhaling to center, exhaling through the straw again, turning the other way. Coming back to center, and let's relax here, palms up, and notice. Maybe your mind is a little more stilled, perhaps a little bit more aware of this moment of your body here sitting. Not quite so active. Good. Let's reach the right arm over to the side, and we're going to sweep the left arm up and reach up through the left rib cage all the way along the ribs here. Reach out with the right hand, lower that right shoulder down and away. And we find ourselves lifting and supporting as opposed to bending and collapsing into the right side. So lifting and supporting, we can look up at the left hand, or we can look down at the right hand. You can use that straw breath here. Inhaling up, both hands. Exhaling through the straw, reaching the left hand out, reaching the right arm up. Feel that wonderful stretch through the right side of the rib cage. Inhaling up. And over to the other side once again. Blowing through the straw. Drawing in the low abdomen. Inhaling and exhaling to the left. Inhaling up, and let's release the arms down. Good. Rolling shoulders. do a couple cats and cows here as we arch the spine back, drawing the belly in, dropping the head down on cat. And inhaling, looking up, arms come back. And exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Moving the spine a little bit here. And then let's switch the legs, the other leg in front. Do a couple more of these. Exhaling in cat. Inhaling in cow. And we come back to center and we just pause for a moment, noticing again our body, how we're reacting to this breathing and movement. And I ask you now to just come to all fours, and maybe you would like to have a blanket to pad your knees. That's what I'm going to do here. It's always nice to have something to pad your knees. Your kneecaps don't really have any nerve endings in them to be able to tell if you are pressing really hard onto the kneecaps. So this will automatically support those kneecaps. So we find ourselves in all fours, our wrists below our shoulders, maybe slightly out in front of our shoulders, and our knees are hip distance wide. And we're just going to look back to each foot. Just turn, look back to that left foot. The right hip moves out. And we inhale back to center, exhale to the right foot, and our left hip reaches out. Inhale to center, and we'll just repeat, moving back and forth and noticing our hips getting a little bit more juiciness in them, hopefully. A little more flexibility. Good. And from here, let's sit back towards child pose and reach our hands, or walk our hands actually, over to the left side. So our hands walk all the way off of the mat as we sit back, lower the head down. We walk the fingertips forward slightly so we have a nice stretch through the right side of the body. Sitting back towards the feet. Breathing. From the left or from the right fingertips that are connected into the floor all the way through the arm and the rib cage down the hip. Feeling this nice stretch. Let's walk our hands back to center and then across to the other side. And notice the difference between your right side and left side. On me, my left rib cage is much tighter today. I don't know why that is, but it is much tighter. So we just notice and go with what we feel. We'll try and figure it out. Just breathe into any of these areas that create some resistance. See if you can expand into those tighter areas with your breath. And as we move along, our body will also adjust and will feel better by the end of our practice for sure. Let's reach our hands forward now, long extended arms into extended child pose. Straight arms, wide fingers on the mat. And we're going to inhale and come forward over the hands. Now, if you are healing, your hands are protecting your wrists, you could also come down onto your forearms here, and you can lean forward and press back. Leaning forward into a kneeling plank and pressing back into a child pose from your forearms. Or maybe you are here with your hands on the mat and we're in a kneeling plank and we're pressing back to child pose. Warming up the shoulders. Moving with the breath, inhaling forward, engaging the low belly so we stay strong and not become a hammock here. And exhaling back. Your toes could be curled under like mine are at the moment, or you can place them flat on the floor, whichever way feels best for you. And from here, I invite you to come back, the hands come back a little bit towards your body onto all fours. And we're going to move into a spinal balance here. We're extending the left toes out onto the mat. I'm going to move forward just a little bit on my mat. There we go. And when you're ready, you can reach the opposite arm out, right arm, and then maybe lift that left leg if you'd like, or you could even leave the left leg down if you need to practice that balance today. If you do lift your leg, keep it hip distance height, press through the heel, and we'll keep our eyes gazing down on the mat. Controlling the breath. We'll return to the mat, bringing the hand and the knee back at the same time, trying to stay stable through the hips. Okay. On the other side, we extend the right toes out, reach out the left arm and lift the right leg if you choose to. We're really engaging the belly here to hold ourselves up strong. The whole core, the back muscles as well are working here, of course. We're breathing. Pressing through the heel of the foot. Activating the back side of the leg. And we'll return gently at the same time. On the other side, we inhale as we rise up, exhaling back down, and we're going to just alternate at your own pace. You can go more slowly and hold that position, breathing, or you can move with your breath as you inhale up and you exhale back down. Finding our balance here, our strength, our grounding through the earth. Good. And let's sit back into child pose again here. And this time I'd like for you to support your head in some way, whether you have a block, perhaps you can place under your forehead. Or you can stack your hands and place your forehead on your hands. And then I'd like for you to simply rock real gently, slightly left and right between the eyebrows, the flat part of your forehead between your eyebrows. And breathe here and just enjoy that gentle massage. Waking up the rest and relax response in the body. Turning off the fight or flight response. With each exhale, we relax a little deeper. We can place the block off to the side if we have one. And we're going to reach our hands forward again into extended child pose, lengthening through the spine, decompressing the vertebra here. Planting our fingers like starfish with each finger pad and each knuckle pressed into the floor. Maybe a little sense of lifting through the center of the palm. And we're going to come forward, inhaling forward into kneeling plank. And this time we're going to exhale, lower down, and then lift back up. Child pose again. Inhale forward, exhale, bend low. Inhale, straighten again. Exhale, child pose. Let's do a few of these at your own pace. Keep the elbows hugged into the rib cage for these yogi push-ups. One more here. The next time we come forward into a forward push-up here, we're going to exhale and allow our body to come all the way to the floor. And then I'm going to pull this rug or this blanket out from underneath me so that I'm all the way down on the mat. My forehead is on the mat. Just noticing how this feels. I'm going to bring my forearms here alongside my body, so my elbows are right below my shoulders. And we're going to stay low here like this. We're not going to push up into an upper cobra. We stay low, and I want to look back at your left foot. Just look back. And then come back to center. And then turn and look back at your right foot. And come back to center. And we'll do that a couple times. And then this next time that we look back at the left foot, let's slide the left knee up along the floor. Just slide it up. And when we turn to the center, we push through the heel and straighten the leg. We slide the other leg up as we look back, and then we push through the heel as we come to the center. Let's do that a couple times. Just practice that movement. We exhale as the knee comes up. We inhale as we push it back out and come to the center. Exhale, knee bends. Inhale, push, and come to the center. All right, this time we're going to add some arm movements into this. We're going to look over and bring the left knee up, just like we did before. This time, our right arm is going to reach across and underneath the body, and we are going to roll to open the left arm to the other side. So our face is facing the ceiling. We're in a twist here because my left knee is bent up still. And this time when I come around to the center again by pushing my left leg out, back behind me, I'm going to follow with my eyes this left hand along the floor. It's going to turn and it's going to come across to the center And I'm going to then bring it back to the mat. Let's try the other side. We inhale and we roll. Arms come wide. And on the exhale, we reach this arm around. We follow it with our eyes over our head and come back to center. Roll back to the center. And continue this practice. And you will get into a rhythm of this movement. We're really flushing the spine with fluid here. Back and forth, stretching the other arm out. Following that hand over your head again, alongside the floor. I'm kind of up above the floor a little because Sam's little table here is in the way. And you can do this as many times as you want to feel more flexible, to get the crunchies out of your spine, your hips, until it becomes smooth for you, more fluid. Let's do one more on each side. And last one. Stretching it out, opening through the heart. Following that right arm over the head and back to the mat. Good. Now we are here on our forearms in Cobra. And notice how it might be a little easier to just access a little deeper bend in the back now since we did that movement. You might want to experiment a little deeper. Perhaps this is up to you, but you could bring your hands out to the side off of the mat a little ways and straighten the arms into more of a back bend. But you should not go so far that you feel any crunching. You shouldn't dump all the weight into the low back. So make sure you don't go all the way up. Don't force yourself to go all the way up. Just notice where it is easeful. And then we can release back down. Bring your hands underneath your forehead and just breathe here. Just notice. From here, let's roll over onto our back now. I'm going to take a few moments here and notice the spine. Bend to the knees. Let the arms come out to the side wherever it's comfortable with your palms up. Let your head be flat on the floor rather than on a pillow or anything. And with your breath, as you inhale and exhale, just notice the muscles along the spine relaxing a little more with gravity. Allowing your belly to fill with oxygen. Your lungs, of course, but your belly rises and falls with breath. We're going to bring our left knee in here and just roll it around a little bit. So maybe open it out to the side, bring it back to the center. Maybe create some circles with this left leg. And I'm going to straighten my right leg here. You could leave it bent if you'd like, or straighten it. And just notice the left leg here, left hip. We'll release that foot down. Bring the right knee in. Let's rotate that leg as well, that knee. Places where we hold a lot of tension is through the shoulders and upper back and through the hips. This is where we store a lot of our emotional experiences. And sometimes when we just move on the mat like this, we might experience, let's bring both knees up and circle. We might experience some letting go of emotions, maybe some tears or some sadness that might come up that you don't even know where it's coming from, but the body stores it, and sometimes as you're moving like this, you can release it from the body and feel better. Let's reach the feet up to the ceiling, rotating the ankles now. Supporting the backs of the legs, even massaging the backs of the legs. Send them some love. Boy, I think the backs of my legs really need some extra TLC today. I'm feeling how tight they really are. I think that comes from having been sitting a lot in front of the computer. Have to remember to take breaks, take little walks. If you don't walk outside, at least walk around the house. Do some yoga movements, even in your chair if you need to. Good, massaging those legs, sending them some love. Rotating the ankles, pressing the heels towards the ceiling and then pointing the toes back and forth through the ankles. Shake it up. Let your body become kind of jello-like. See how loose you can allow it to be. That means don't stay rigid here in the upper body as your legs move. See if you can soften the shoulders and the trunk of the body as you jiggle the feet, and let that movement move all the way down into the head and the neck and the shoulders. So we bring some juiciness into the joints here. We can even lift the arms and shake the hands too. Yeah, good. It's kind of fun. And relax everything down. Let's take a moment and put our feet down on the mat, knees bent. We're going to walk the feet wide on the mat and let the knees tip towards each other. And just relax for a moment or two. Just pause. Notice how we're feeling now. We're going to walk the feet back underneath us. Maybe even walk the feet a little closer to our buttocks. Arms are going to come flat on the floor, palms down. And we're going to lift the hips slowly, one vertebra at a time off of the mat. Moving the hips up towards the ceiling, each vertebra lifting off of the mat. Into a bridge pose, lifting tall, We feel the activation of the thigh muscles here, and the glutes are working as well. We feel a stretch through the front of the hips here too. And let's exhale down, one vertebra at a time, slowly, slowly returning to the mat. Especially at the low back, we very slowly return. Yes, good. And inhaling up again. Now, if you happen to have a block, you could place a block between your thighs and you'll feel a little bit more engagement and a little bit more support perhaps in this pose by squeezing the legs into a block. Exhaling back down at your own pace. On your full long exhale, as long as it takes to reach the floor. This next time we lift up, let's clasp our hands underneath us and press the arms into the mat, rolling the shoulders back and down as we lift up. We'll breathe here at the top, 3 or 4 breaths. Very nice. And we release the hands, lowering down again slowly on our exhale. Widening the shoulders again and back down. Good, and let's take the block out and we'll just notice how that feels. And from here, we're going to bring our left ankle to our right knee. We're going to flex this left ankle. So we're pushing through the heel to keep it nice and strong and stable here. And then in figure 4, we can choose to lift this leg up if we want a little bit more experience, a little bit more sensation in the left hip. If that's too much for you, just stay here with your right foot on the mat and think about pressing your knee away from you, just with the strength of your own muscle here, rather than pushing your hand against your knee. Just feel that. And those of you who want a little more sensation will be lifting their right leg up against the ankle. And you can slightly roll very slightly to the right with your knee and ankle, and you'll feel more of a sensation stretch on your left hip that way. Kind of moving to your edge of sensation. Breathing here. Enjoying feeling your hips. And then let's release that foot down, bring the ankle off, and we'll go to the other side. So the right ankle lifts onto the left knee and we press through the heel, so we're flexing it, keeping it strong. And again, if this placement right here with your left foot on the mat is enough for you, your sensation on your hip, then stay here, that's fine. Or perhaps you'd like to lift this left leg and press against your ankle, finding more sensation. And you can experiment with leaning slightly left or rocking slightly left to feel more sensation in that right hip. So you choose your placement and your experience. Breathing, releasing any tension with your breath if you can. And then if your leg is raised, let's place that left foot back on the mat and we're going to release the ankle back to the floor. Bending both knees, lifting them in towards your trunk of your body. We're going to roll to one side and hover the knees over the floor. The arms can come out to the side. And then roll through the center and hover the knees to the other side. Into a twist. Rolling back and forth at your own pace, feeling a nice massage on these hip flexors and on the glutes. Get pretty tight. Rolling back and forth. I'm even feeling this twist into my upper back a little bit, which feels really good. Good. We come back to center. We notice. To work with a little bit of core muscles here. Let's lift. Well, first of all, let's come back down to the mat. And I want you to lift your hips first and place your arms underneath your buttocks. So you're kind of sitting on your arms. Your hands, your palms are down, pointed down, but you're sitting on your forearms here probably. And then we're going to lift the knees up. So this is going to give you a little more support with the arms here. And with both feet together, and we're going to point these toes, we're going to rotate in little circles on the ceiling. We're engaging the abdominal muscles. This is core work, strengthening the core. And we begin to make a little bit bigger circles. Nice and slowly. The slowness is important. So slow and controlled. Including our breathing. So we want to keep the breath moving. Don't hold the breath. And our circles get a little bigger. And as soon as they get as big as you want to make them, still with support in the low back. We don't want that low back to feel tension or strain. So you might not be coming down quite as low as I am, or maybe you're coming down lower. And then we're going to begin to make smaller circles back towards the center, going the other direction. Slowly coming back to the center of our circle. Tiny circles at the top. And when you've reached there, let's release the feet down. Bring the arms out and we can let them relax wide, palms up, knees bent here. Let's stretch the legs out, pressing through the heels, and we're going to reach the arms and reach them out the other direction. Hi, Sammy. I'm going to pet Sam because he's right here where my hands are. He is asleep, I think. Reaching, reaching, and really feeling a wonderful lengthening of the spine, lengthening through both side ribs. Maybe reach a little more with the right foot and the right arm, relaxing the other side, and then reaching with the left arm and the left foot, relaxing the right side. Let's do that a couple times. And then we can come back, bend the knees, relax the spine into the mat. Relax the head and the neck. Let the jaw be soft. Unclench the jaw. Good, and we're going to roll over onto our side and come up onto all fours. And let's just take a blanket again so that we can pad our knees. We're going to do one more thing here with our breath. We're going to step forward with our right foot. Our left knee is down on the mat, so we're in a lunge here. Looking to make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. Okay, so not so far forward that when we bend, the knee comes over the toes. We want to protect our knees and keep them in nice alignment here. So with our left hand, we can inhale up and hinge forward, or kind of press forward into a bigger stretch. So we take a big inhale this way, and we can exhale down and straighten this leg, maybe lift the toes up, and then come in and inhale up, and exhale, straighten, and lean forward over that leg. And this time, let's change our breathing a little bit. So we're going to inhale up, nice long Ujjayi breath, and we're going to exhale through the straw again. As the arm comes down, then we inhale, nice long slow Ujjayi breath, and then we exhale through the straw. Inhale. One more time, exhale. Very good. Let's bring that right knee back. And we're going to step forward with our left knee now. Our left foot into a lunge. And the same thing here. Let's take a couple movements with a regular breath where we inhale, gaze up and look up, maybe into a little bit of a back bend here. And exhale and stretch through the leg. And inhale, stepping onto the left leg, reaching up. And exhaling back down and stretching forward over that leg. And this time, let's inhale up with an Ujjayi breath. And exhale through the straw. Inhale up. Exhale through the straw. Again. Exhale through the straw. And last time, inhale up. And exhale through the straw. Noticing as you're exhaling, that low belly squeezing in. Inhale up. Let's bring both arms up now. Bring the hands to the heart. Think about your gratitude you started out with today. And from here, we can release our hands down and come down onto the floor on our backs for our final relaxation. So make yourself comfortable. We'll do one movement here on the floor before we begin our relaxation. So bringing the feet wide with the knees bent, arms are out to the sides at a comfortable angle with our palms up right now. Keeping the feet wide so that I feel the floor and the mat under each foot. I'm going to lower my knees down to the right and let them just be as they will. Whatever happens, just let them be. And then I can turn my head the opposite direction of my knees and just breathe here. So this is a wide knee, wide open knee. Just enjoying what our body's done for us today. The breath has helped us with our immune system, our pulmonary system, strengthening us. Let's inhale back to center. Make sure your feet are wide again, and then lower the knees over to the left side and turn your head. Relax. Try and let go of any holding through the hips. Just kind of let them be. If your feet want to slide, that's okay too. And then we're going to come back to center and straighten the legs here. And if you want a blanket, you can cover up with a blanket or put socks on, whatever you need to do to be very comfortable during your final savasana, your final relaxation. Maybe you have an eye pillow you can put over your eyes, or a cloth. Just relax here. Let go of any of the tension in the feet. Just let them flop however they want to, relaxing up through the calves and muscles. Relaxing the backs of the knees. Feeling our sit bones soft, our buttocks relaxed, hips relaxed. Letting go of the tension that might be gripping in any area there. Just breathing into it softly. Softening the back, the low back area, the middle back, and the upper back and shoulders. Relaxing deeply into the earth. And taking a swallow, letting the tongue be heavy in the bottom of the mouth. Allowing the jaw to be soft and loose. The skin on our our face might become a little smoother, less worried, tension flowing away from us. Your eyes rolled back in their socket. Noticing your breath, just allowing it to come in and out however it will. Softly relaxed. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes now, coming back to the room. Rolling onto our side, taking a few breaths on our side. Gradually come to a seated place to close our class. And we'll bring our hands to our heart. I'm so grateful for each of you being here today. Thank you so much for sharing practice with me and with Sam. I hope you have a glorious day now that we've been breathing and moving and calming the body, the wisdom of the body. Let it soften your mind. Namaste. Please get out into nature and walk and enjoy. And if you can, please subscribe to this channel. You will be notified of all of the new videos that come up each week. Thank you. Bye.